You ever play Pokemon games growing up? Yeah. I have a funny story about the Pokemon games. This was my first experience in stocks. My grandmother, when did Pokemon Red come out? Pokemon Green and Red were released in North America in 1998. When did Pokemon Silver come out? November 1999, and Crystal was in like 2000. Yeah. So I had to be like no older than like 6 by the time that I got, because my grandmother literally told my brother and I, we wanted Game Boys. And my grandmother said, listen, if the Dow Jones goes over X number, I will buy you and your brother Game Boys with a Pokemon game. And I quickly, as a child, learned exactly what the Dow Jones was. And every day my mom would say, hey, do you want to put on Blue's Clues? And I said, no. Can we put, I think it was like NBC, right? All the news stations have like the stock tickers at the bottom. So yeah, I was watching the Dow Jones, and it took about a month for the Dow Jones to hit the number. And then we got our Game Boys, and I got Pokemon Red, and my brother got Pokemon Yellow. And I didn't realize for like a couple of months that Pokemon Yellow was significantly different than Pokemon Red and Blue. You have Pikachu. Pikachu would follow you around. If you don't know, in Pokemon, every single Pokemon game, you get one of the 3 starters. You get to choose your starter. In Pokemon Yellow, you get damn Pikachu, and Pikachu follows you around everywhere. Just like in the actual shows and the movies. That shit's cool as fuck. Doesn't want to go in Pokeballs? That's amazing. That was crazy. And so I remember that we were getting to like the point that we weren't playing our Pokemon games a few months later after that. And I'd been telling my brother, dude, I really want to play Pokemon Yellow. And he's like, yeah, it's the greatest. You know, big brother. He's 2.5 years older than me. He's got to be the big brother and act like everything that he does is way cooler than me. And then I believe him. I went, yo, you haven't been playing. I noticed you haven't been playing Pokemon Yellow recently. I'm kind of over the Pokemon Red shit. What if we swap games? And he's like, bet. Let's swap games this weekend. Heard, chef. I come home from school one day. I go upstairs. Brother's home. Apparently he came home sick. I hear Pokemon noises coming from his Game Boy. I was like, oh, are you playing Yellow one last time? Before? Like, are you like, you back on the Yellow? Do you want to wait a little bit since you're like doing another playthrough? Like, you know, 6-year-old me he's trying to negotiate. I'm getting excited. He goes, no, I traded Pokemon Yellow at school with my friend for Pokemon Blue. And I'm going to play that now. And I was like, but we were supposed to trade for, and like my game's like pretty much Blue. It's like not that much different. Like you're 8 years old. We didn't know the difference between the two. Growing up, we thought that Red and Blue were the exact same fucking game. Just the tint was different. He goes, yeah, I like Blue better. My brother and I were never physical. That was one of the few times that it got close. My brother and I never hit each other. Not a singular time were we ever physical. We are both femboys. But that was the closest that it ever got. I didn't get to play Pokemon Yellow until high school, when we all got the ROMs on our PCs. Oh my God. That was the day. When somebody sent me over the flash drive full of all the games that you could put onto your Mac computer. And I was like, I saw Pokemon Yellow on there. And I was like, I need to guard this with my life. I will not get caught a single time. I will not get told to delete this off my computer. I transferred it to my PC at home, and I played a different file at home just in case I got caught at school. That shit went crazy. But yeah, the last Pokemon that I played like all the way through was Ruby. And I remember that it was Ruby because of the secret bases. I don't know what it was about Ruby, and I hope that they continued to make secret bases in all the future ones, but the secret bases was the go. They didn't? Somebody beat the shit out of them. Now they stopped doing them after Gen 4. That sucks, dude. Like, you remember when you find that cool ass secret base and it was way bigger than the other ones, but then it had like the hole in the entrance, and you had to, like, you're a kid, maybe you had to wait for your Nintendo power to come in to figure out that you had to like go later, much later into the game. You had to go to the specific mart and then go to the top floor and fucking get the logs or whatever the fuck to put over the hole. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I was never a Pokemon hater as a kid, but I always liked Digimon way more. I thought the shows were better. The games definitely weren't. The toys were way better though. Toys for Pokemon, I felt like the reason why I didn't like Pokemon is because there was too damn many. Whereas with Digimon, it was like there was one line of toys really. But with Pokemon, there was 1,050 different things you could do. The cards were big, the games were big, the shows were big, the movies were big. There was multiple different types of games. Digimon was like, we got one game a year. We do one show a year. We do maybe a movie a year. I was a Bakugan kid, so you were a loser. I was also a loser, but for different reasons, and it wasn't because of Bakugan. Bakugan and Beyblade. Wait, were you guys really into Bakugan? I was huge into Beyblades. I was huge into Beyblades. And I thought babies? I thought Beyblades were sick. Dude, Digimon with the Tamagotchi, I almost said Tamagotchis. Digimon with the Tamagotchis was the first time I ever got in trouble in school. It was the first time I got in trouble in school. I remember that it was like, couldn't like rare Digimon show up on those things? Like it was like, you had like a hyper rare chance of like specific Digimon showing up when it would buzz. And I remember when it was in class, I got really embarrassed. It was in the middle of music class and all our backpacks were hanging up and it buzzed and it made noise. And my teacher goes, "Who's that?" And I'm like, flush. She goes over, she finds what it is. And she goes, "Tristan, this was in your backpack. Is this yours?" Still buzzing. And she shows it to me. And in that moment, I see the rare one on the screen. And I go, "Yes, I'm so sorry. I'll turn it off." And then I take it from her and I don't turn it off because I'm trying to get the super rare Digimon. And I get sent to the principal's office as a kindergartner. I do not remember if I got it though. Don't remember. For having a toy in your pack? No, I got sent to the principal's office because when she gave me the toy to turn off, I didn't turn it off. I literally took it from her and began to play it in front of her. I legit just took it from her and just started yoinking it, right? And yeah. But that is like a memory that is burned into my brain, is the first time that I got in trouble in school. That's not true. I did get in trouble one time in preschool because I made fun of a girl because she colored outside the lines. What an idiot. Am I right, ones in chat?
In 9th grade, I had a buddy. Yes, we were actually friends. Keep repeating things after me. I told him if he kept it up, I would stab him with a pencil. He kept repeating me, so I got up and stabbed him in the arm with a pencil.
Heard.
Nothing deep, but certainly enough to put me on a list.
That guy went up to be the president. That's why he's on the list. Because anybody that has made a play of the president's life before or after the presidency gets put on the list.
He's an arsonist on a noble quest to escape the wrath of the IRS. He's got conflicting positions in the endless fight for queer folks and